far, it means that the inevitable has happened. A great festival lineup has come out and you're so excited to see your favorite performers all on one stage. You're also broke and then none of your friends want to come with you. But you've got to do it because the rock gods demand it. My name is Laura Fernandez and I'm deciding to make this video to let you know how to make it through a music festival by yourself and not dying. Today I'm going to be focusing on what is Rock Werchter. It takes place in Werchter, Belgium. And it was my first time last year and I went by myself. Day one, Rock Werchter, getting the hell out of Brussels right now. But first I had to pack and go to my apartment, so let's see if I don't die. First things first, you want to do your research. You want to know where you're going, how you're going to get there, and most importantly, what kind of environment are you going to. Now, I had met a bunch of different people in Belgium, and they'd spoken to me about Rock Werchter and how essentially it was a huge festival bringing 80,000 people more or less a day. In 2018, I got to see Queens of the Stone Age, Gorillaz, Jack White, Pearl Jam. So you just want to know pretty much the ambience. You want to know if the people are going to be like super rowdy, because let's face it, I'm from Latin America and going to a music festival here in Brussels was pretty tame compared to where I've been to everywhere else in the world. And Rock Werchter was just like a walk in the park. Nothing happened to me, and that's great. But these are the kinds of things that you want to be aware of, you know? So I would recommend checking out Reddit. Usually every music festival has their own Reddit page, and you can write, you know, any comments or you can ask questions, and the community's pretty great at answering. After doing your research as to how the place is and the environment is, you want to know what kind of tickets are you getting and what they're going to let you into. This is absolutely the most important thing you need to do when you're about to purchase your tickets. Do some research if there are any payment plans or if there are any discounts. I mean, there's lots of lotteries that happen for Rock Werchter in order to get tickets. Deloitte, I know, does one. Check out your local radio stations and just make sure that you know, if you really are that broke, there's a way to get to the festival. Tip número 2. Camping. It is unavoidable. It is a necessity. It is my worst nightmare. I am not an outdoors person. The outside and we just don't get along, which is why I was terrified when I found out that I needed to do camping. Why? I can't afford the glamping. If you're one of the lucky persons who can actually afford getting the set-up tents at Rock Werchter, I absolutely endorse and recommend this. I've actually compiled a list of items that I went over while I was at Rock Werchter. I was by myself and it was 4 days. So you really do need to think about everything that you're going to need while you're out in the great outdoors. If you've never camped before in your life, this is going to be a slight challenge, which is why I recommend the folding tents. The ones that are pre-made, the one that you just get out of the bag and bam, it is there. It was the best thing I've ever invested in. How much will you be carrying? A lot of people don't really know this, but usually if you land in Brussels, you're most likely going to take a train that's going to take you to Werchter. Once you get to that train station, you're going to hop on a bus that's then going to bring you to the actual stop of where the festival camp is. Now, the festival grounds are absolutely huge. There's sunshine during the day that you need to pack your things and bring them with you. You might regret if you decided to bring 4 extra pillows instead of just 1. This is the one part of my I am a strong, independent woman act starts to fall down because it is hot and there's a lot of people out here. The walk from where the bus leaves you all the way to the festival ground, depending on where you're camping, is gonna be about 15 minutes, give or take. I want to make sure that everybody or whomever is actually watching this video gets to see that I live in style in Tent City. I have my pillow, some awesome thingy that I'm most likely just gonna use for, I don't even know, as a cushion because it is too hot in the summer in Belgium. Then we have the trusty backpack with, of course, the bat belt, because why should we not bring it? And then essentials so that, you know, makeup, water, sunglasses, hat. Tip number 3. So tip number 3 is going to focus on the finances of Rock Werchter. And by that I mean Rock Werchter is mostly a cashless music festival. There's going to be a couple of different tents where you can go buy little coupons, and with these coupons you can trade them for food later on in the festival. Get these coupons before the festival happens, which is actually cheaper, or you can get them the day of show. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty of stations where you can buy these coupons for food. I used 50 euros for the full weekend, but I had also brought food with me. Tip number 4. Things you might need that you don't think you will need. You'll need a trash bag. You'll be surprised with how much trash you're going to generate, and we're trying to keep this world alive, so bring a trash bag so that you can throw everything that you've used inside your tent in there. And also, your clothes are going to be so dirty and so disgusting, you don't want it near anything else with you. So throw them in a trash bag until you get home and you get to actually do laundry. I always kept a small purse with me, so I kept it in there with my important IDs and credit cards, my passport, power bars, because that's just needed at all times, my lipstick, which is Stila, and it stays all day on my face, and this is like a staple in my life. And you're gonna end up buying merch, or the guitar player is going to throw their pick at you, and you're going to want to store these things away. So if your pockets are going to be a nuisance, carry a very small purse. Just buy the cheapest thing you can find, because it will not look pretty when the festival's over. Tip número 5. This is where I get to go all psychoanalysis. Tip number 5 is how to survive a festival by yourself. There's something about being by yourself at a music festival that just gives you time to think. And if you don't want to think, then don't go by yourself. Strike a conversation with people. Everyone that I met at Werchter was so nice and so genuinely excited to be there that you end up building a small community of friends. So your first day, you're probably going to be alone for a bit, but after the first artist that you're really excited to see comes out, you're going to meet so many people who are just as excited as you. And then you end up making plans. So you're not going to end up being alone at the festival. If anything, you should go just to meet people from all over the world. I would beat myself up every single day if I had not been at Rock Werchter last year. Tip number 6. Kindness. So I believe those are most of my tips for Rock Werchter. So hit me up with some questions. I'll try and answer as much as possible. Follow me on the interwebs. If anything, you just saw Lonely Lala's Guide to Rock Werchter. I hope I get to see you around the festival grounds this year. As usual, I will be there by myself, so let's meet up.